Welcome to the Startup Grind.
Basically, when you start globalizing the design, everything becomes a bit cheaper, and the people that were charging a crazy amount for, agencies that were charging crazy amount for design seem to be, getting that done here, right?
Yeah, certainly. I think what we found is that people who are potentially ill-informed about what we really do and what our true mission is, see it as a threat. Our view that anyone who's any good at design or is based in a place where they've got access to lots of work, then 99designs is never a threat to them. And in fact, just like microstock photography, what we've done is expanded the market for graphic design. What we find is when we talk to our customers, most of them, when we survey them, I think 50% of them say, what was the alternative to using 99designs? And it was doing it themselves, right? And so that's a lot like stock photography. People weren't, the fact was when photographs were $2,000, you weren't buying them to put them in your presentation. When they became $10, you did. And so not that logos are, $10 on 99designs, but all of a sudden spending $300, $500 becomes an alternative to doing it yourself versus potentially spending thousands of dollars with the design agency, and that's perhaps the paradigm that you're used to. And so what we definitely did find was when people used us, the user experience was enormous and the value they got from it was enormous. So we were able to really experience great viral growth to the point where for 3 years we spent no money on marketing, like zero. A little bit on PR, but that was very minor. And so what we've been able to do is really ride the wave of that communication, because what's great is for us, why you guys are all here, is everyone's pretty passionate at the beginning of a startup. And so if you get your identity, like the first thing that you've done is typically get a logo. Right.
Just keep cutting out, I think.
Yeah. I can just talk.
I think it's,
cool.
Yeah, it's going to cut in and out.
So typically when you first get a logo, cool. You get a logo. This is a pitch for 99designs. So, but when you get it, you're excited. And typically you've been annoying your friends for ages about your idea, and you finally get to it. And then the first thing you actually have about commercializing that idea is a logo. So you end up talking about either showing it off or talking about the process you went to because you were blown away, right? Because it's really the beginning of that creative process. And so it's just like the excitement's palpable. And so that word of mouth certainly helped fuel our growth. And then on the designer side, it's the same sort of thing. All of a sudden, designers were learning about this place where there was work that they could access. They didn't have to collect the money. They didn't have to find the work. It was just sitting there. They could view projects that they were interested in. If they found one that they liked, they could participate in it. They get to learn through the process. And when they were successful, they were actually building a customer base, typically for life. Because what we have found is that like 99designs is, we talk about it internally about being a dating site for designers and small business owners. And in fact, a contest is almost like a nightclub. It's a bit noisy, there's quite a few people, you get to meet quite a few people, but you then meet someone and it's like that, great. And then you move on and you do other stuff together, you go on other dates. And so that's essentially our business. And so so for designers, the savvy designers within our community, that's the value prop. It's like, great, I can be based in Ballarat or Bendigo or, quite frankly, Minnesota or, Jakarta, and I can get access to work. And when I have that connection, or if we think about Derek's example, Portugal, when I have that connection, I've met someone, it's great, and I facilitate and I develop a relationship, I've built up trust, and then we work together on an ongoing basis. And so that's really how we powered it up. So designers kept coming, and in fact, for a long time we had no call to action for designers at all. In fact, it was almost like Fight Club. We had no idea how they worked out how to sign up, because a lot of our messaging was all focused on acquiring customers. And so, because we felt as a two-sided market that if we could find guys to pay designers, then the designers would come. And that's what we've been very successful at, is being able to balance the growth of our marketplace, continue to focus on both sides of the community, and we've had to do it at varying extremes. Sometimes we've done things where, we've all of a sudden seen massive ramp-ups in customers and we've had to run back and backfill for the designer side, and then likewise we go back, and it's kind of the ebbs and flows of business, and it's one of the beautiful things about being in a marketplace.